Hello everyone, I'm Ken and Mariam, the younger storyteller in the group of storytellers in Catholic Marrakesh. Today I will give you my story and I will start it with the most famous sentence. Once upon a time. So, once upon a time, there was a merchant named Shamsuddin. That means in English, morning star. Morningstar was a rich man who had a lot of money, shops, and a business. And he had one son named Aladdin, and he really loved him. Since the childhood of his son, Shamsuddin pushed Aladdin to learn the science and to memorize the Quran. Now, Aladdin became a big scholar. However, his father traveled frequently to China, Japan, and other countries. One day, Shamsuddin was in China, trading some goods, and when he finished, he decided to bring some books. So, he went to a library, where he found a book that talks about birds talking. Then, he bought it. When he come back home, he gave that book to his son and said, "Listen to me, son. I want you to read that book by heart. And when you finish reading it, you must tell me that." The son took the book and said, "Okay." After a while, Aladdin can revise the book by heart and told his father about it. So, what all Shamsuddin said is, son, there is a saying that says, a good workman is known by his ships. For that, you will have an exam today to make sure that you can understand what all birds say. The father and the son went to their vast garden. While sitting on a tree, Shamsuddin beheld two birds on a tree branch, and he said to his son, "You told me that you had already read the book by her, right?" "Yes, Dad, I did." "Why?" So there is where the exam began, when Shamsuddin told Aladdin to explain to him what these two birds say. The son was listening to the two birds until they finished their talk. But he refused to explain to his father. However, Shamsuddin was insisting. So Aladdin accepted and said, "Dad, the first bird told the second that I will be a king. But Dad, they say Dad, they say that they say that you they say that you will be in front of my palace, begging and panhandling." Dad, "Seriously, what are you talking about?" said Shamsuddin. "Dad, I just explained what these two birds say. That I will be a king, but you will lose everything, and you will be a poor man. I'm so sorry for that." The father got really angry. He slapped his son, and they come back home. Shamsuddin was wondering how his son will be a king, but he will be a poor man. At the night, after dining with his father, Aladdin went to his room and slept immediately. But the father couldn't sleep. He was looking for a solution. For that, he gave an anesthetic to his son, and he decided to hide him in order to keep him safe. He put his son in a big box, and he told his guard, and he said, "Throw this box in the sea, and if anyone asks about Aladdin, you say that he disappeared and we are looking for him." At the time, Shamsuddin come back home, and after Aladdin wakes up, I'm gonna tell you, ladies and gentlemen, about a king in another country. While sitting on his throne, every morning, every morning, three pigeons cry softly in front of him. Krrrt, 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 krrrt. Not someone, not for twice, but days. 10 days passed. The king was in the same situation, and he was confused. He told all scholars of his kingdom to figure the mess of these three peasants, but no one of them have a clear answer. Our strict king couldn't let it go, so he said, "I'm asking you, no, I'm commanding all of you to explain to me what this tree pigeon says in 10 days, no more. If not, I will kill all of you." 10 days. How can we do it? They tried their best, but without a solution. Days go on and one day left. Tomorrow is the last day for the scholar. Our date was a fact to decide to go for a walk together for the last time. The weather was never that beautiful. The sea was bigger than ever. Oh, stop. There is a book floating in the sea. Yes. They pull it, opened it, and of course, there is a boy inside. The scholars give him to eat, to drink, then they told him about their story and that they will die because of a softly cry of peasants, of three peasants. The boy said that he can understand what all birds say, even pigeons, and that he can keep them safe from this ordeal. The scholar was so happy. They took the boy with them. The next day, the boy met the king, and he was listening to the tree pigeon, and he explained the conversation and said, "Your Majesty, there is two female pigeons with the male one, and they want you, your highness, to choose one of them to marry." The king laughed loudly from this triple love, but he couldn't do anything. For that, he let the boy to choose what the best solution is. The boy released the three pigeons and said, "Now the male will go with the female that he loved." The king was so happy and proud of the boy, so he made him. his counselor. A few years ago, the boy get married, the daughter of the king. But a few months ago, the king was so sick and he thought he don't have any son. For that, his kinsman become the king. And now, let's turn back to our Martian morning star, Shamsuddin. He was in a big disaster with all his money and he lose it. He lose everything and he become too poor without any shops, any business, any job. He become to moving from a country to another to gather his livelihood. One day he was in a new city looking for something to eat. Can someone help this poor man, please? Can someone help this poor man, please? The king saw him and he asked the guards to bring him to the castle. They took care very well of him. He gave him to eat, to drink, and a new clothes. Then Shamsuddin met the king, and the king said, and the king asked him to tell him about his story, and he do. The king said, "You don't know why I asked to bring you here. You don't know who I am. You're, you are the king, your majesty, your highness." "Yes, I'm the king, but dad, I'm your son. I'm Alauddin, and I'm become the king now." Shamsuddin was shocked and happy at the same time to see his son again. He hugged him very strongly. Then they lived together in peace and happiness. And this is the end of my story. I hope that you enjoy it. Thank you.
Isn't it wonderful that we can travel to Marrakesh? And the tellers from the Clock Cafe, where storytelling has been going on for a few years now. And we can listen to those tellers, but those tellers don't have the benefit of social security or anything else. So whatever you put in the hat will go directly to the tellers from the Clock Cafe. And we appreciate you listening to the stories. Now, if you can afford it, show your appreciation by dropping a little in the hat for those wonderful tellers from the Clock Cafe in the Casbah.